Hey there, it's your average Joe. So, I just wanted to hop on here and I've had a hard time reaching this focus of what I want to say, how I want to say it, if I have a script, if I'm going to read off something. And I basically just came to the realization that I just need to talk. I just need to talk about what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, so that way you can relate, can understand, can feel like you're talking to a person who knows how you're feeling. And it really, really is important to me that I'm not trying to be a teacher. I'm not trying to be a therapist. I'm not trying to show you, hey, do this and everything will be great. I want it to be genuine and I want it to be authentic. And I want you to be able to go, thank God I'm not the only one. So I really just wanted to start off and just remind you that you're not broken, that this is going to be very hard, but it is all worth it in the end because you learn so much about yourself when you're ready to give up all the comforts, all the things that you thought would always be there, and you're just like, okay, this is my new reality. This is how it's going to be. And I've walked this path, like I said, for 2.5 years, and this is my second act. I get to choose, how I feel, what I want to do, where I want to go, who I want to spend my time with. There's so many different things that are going to come up. You're going to go through the anger phase where, you want to blame him, her, whoever. You want to blame the other person. Like everything that happened is their fault. And if they would have just done all the things that you asked them to do, you wouldn't be in this predicament. You wouldn't be divorced. You wouldn't be alone. You wouldn't be struggling with money. You wouldn't be, figuring out oh my God, I got to date again. I got to figure someone else out. But the truth about it is, it's not their fault. And I don't really know if it's your fault. I don't want to say it's anyone's fault. It just didn't work out. And maybe it didn't work out because you were both, thinking it was the other person's fault. Maybe it didn't work out because it wasn't supposed to work out. Maybe you've been forcing it. Maybe they've been forcing it. There's so many things that you could go back and forth. You can go on social media and talk about them and, post all your memes about, a meme pops up. Obviously, we all know a meme pops up in your feed and then the algorithm finds you. And it keeps sending you all these videos and all these memes and all these things. And you're like, yeah, that's how I feel. It's his fault. And he did this, she, whatever. You know what I mean? And well, I'll just talk about me. So I'll say he, but whoever your person is. And it starts to resonate with you. And you're like, yeah, they did this. And, and you get all angry and want to be like, you did this. This is your fault. And I hate you. And the truth is, you're going to go through that. And then when you start to understand that that doesn't help and it just keeps you in a victim mentality, in a victim mode, you don't want to be a victim too long. You don't want to stay there too long. And I tell you this because I really, truly believe that the people that we're in relationships with, our friends, our family, our partners, I really believe that they're mirrors of things that we have to work on. I really, truly believe that they're all here for a reason, for a lesson, for a season, for something for you to learn about yourself, something for you to grow. And I think once you put away all the anger and the hurt and the sadness, you can get back to yourself. And what I mean by get back to yourself is figuring out how you can learn from this experience, how you can become a better person, what role you played, where you can grow, where you can heal, where you can better yourself. So that way the next relationship doesn't end this way, doesn't hurt, doesn't waste your time. There's so many different things. But when you go back to the root of it and you start thinking and noticing things like, was that him or was that me? Did I push him, or was he just reacting to the things that I did? And I know this is like getting deep and going into, further than I want to go. But at the same time, this is your journey. This is what's going to happen. You're going to go through all these things. And I want you to be prepared to be able to self-reflect. Because you can look back at all your past relationships, right? And say, what do they all have in common? For me personally, I've been cheated on. Every single relationship I've ever been in, I've been cheated on. And I'm just like, why do they cheat on me? Is it something I did? Is this like, what am I not giving them? And I'm starting to think, right, as I'm learning and growing and healing, that I'm attracting these people. That I'm allowing their bad behavior, like cheat on me. Yeah, I'm still going to stick around. It's okay. Because I don't want you to leave, because I have issues with abandonment, And that's something I learned in therapy. Like, yeah, I have abandonment issues. So I would allow people to hurt me and abuse me and cheat on me because I didn't want them to leave. Which is so sad, right? It's so sad. But it's like, thank God that all these things happen, that I could open my eyes. So I know that I can take accountability for that. I can take that lesson, right? And know like, hey, you're attracting these people. You're allowing these people in your life. And people that can take advantage of somebody, more than likely they're going to. So is that their fault? I mean, if they're bad people, they're bad people. I can't I can't fix them, I can't change them. I can't wish them to be better. I can't pretend that they're better. I can't live this fake narrative in my brain, that they're great. I can't do that. I have to take accountability, and I have to say, I allowed that. People say like, well, people cheat on you because you allow them to. They treat you horrible because you allow it. And I used to go, I don't allow them to do that. But I did. 100%. 100% allowed them to. Right? So why am I mad when they do it? Why do I feel betrayed? Like, what did you think was going to happen? Did you think they were just magically going to be better people? The person that you pick to spend your life with better be a good person. You better like them. You better have good, the same values. Do you even like this person? Do you have, when you start dating people, do you say, hey, what do you want out of life? You want kids? You want to get married? You want to have these things? And I feel sometimes as women, we think that we're going to change these people, change our partners into being something that we want them to be, instead of just taking it at face value. Like when your husband tells you, hey, I don't want kids, right? And then 20 years later, you're like, you know what? I'm really resentful towards you because I wanted kids. Like, girl, you knew he didn't want kids. He wasn't going to change his mind because you wanted it. And you were going to, magically change his mind for him? You were like, I can convince him. No. You tried to force it. And then you're mad at him because he didn't want kids when he told you he didn't want kids. So that's, that's just the tip of the iceberg. When you start digging and starting to take all these, lessons, and you start loving yourself and respecting yourself, people like that aren't attracted to you. They won't come up to you. They won't feel that energy from you. They'll be like, this girl ain't playing around. She wants love. She wants clarity. And you're going to get there. It's going to happen because I'm going to make sure that you get all the advice you need, that you get the support you need, that you can come here, ask questions, that when you're feeling low and down and you feel all alone in the world, that you can message me, because you're not alone. There's so many women out here that are going through the same thing. There's so many men that are going through it. There's so many people out here that are like lost. They don't know what to do. And they're trying to rush through. They're trying to rush through the healing process. They're trying to be fixed. I'm going to be fixed. I'm just going to go date someone else. I'm just lonely and I just need someone to fill this gap. Is that what you want? Do you want to just continue to go through the same cycles? Do you want a partner that respects you and loves you? Well, it starts with you. It all starts with you. You have to respect yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to know who you are. Like, who are you? Not wife, not mom, not sister, not daughter. You. Who are you? Do you know what you like? Do you know what you don't like? That's what it all boils down to. And once you learn how to love yourself, once you learn who you are, you'll know what you want. Your life will flow. Everything just flows different. Your energy flows. You smile for no reason at all. You look at yourself in the mirror with love. You don't hate your body. You don't hate your imperfections. You don't cry all the time. I mean, you still cry a little while, a little bit here and there, and that's okay because you're supposed to. You're supposed to. You're supposed to cry. It's like our release. So, I really hope you stick around. And I really hope that you stay here with me and that you share things with me and that you feel safe. So, I know it's not easy. We don't have to figure it all out at once. So, I'm here. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And if divorce left you questioning who you are and you're not sure what comes next, this space is for you. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Subscribe for healing, self-love, and your second act. See you later.